Let's talk skin. Let's talk truth. This is Barefaced Chat, and I'm Kelly Saynor. I've spent over 2 decades in aesthetics, seen behind the filters, under the makeup, and beneath the skin. On this podcast, we strip back the noise and get real about beauty, identity, and everything in between. With Kim, we talk her skin journey. We talk about her personal journey, her Kim-isms, and her soul truths. We discuss real talk and her wild side. Because skin isn't just skin. It's your story. And I'm here for it. I'm Kelly Saynor. Are you ready for some barefaced chat? Disclaimer. The views shared in this episode are personal opinion and are not intended as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making decisions about your skin or health. This is a really, really important episode for me because of who Kim is. I'm going to introduce you, Kim, as through my eyes.
Okay.
I'll probably get emotional, as I always do. But this one's a really important podcast because, and it that word feels a bit like formal. It's not formal. We're not formal.
We're not formal.
But we've got such a special connection that we had from the day we met.
first met.
The day we first met. And we've kept it. You know, we became estranged a bit, but that's normal. But we were still in each other's minds. You know, and I think that's true testament to us. But let me introduce you so everybody knows who you are. And then we're going to just talk through what we talk through anyway. Just going to chat shit, basically. We'll keep it clean. But let me introduce you guys to this wonderful human because Kim is just an absolute bombshell. Thank God she's not a blonde one, but she's an absolute bombshell. But I just want to let everybody know out there who you are, Kim, because don't think you know what you mean to me and how much I respect you. Oh, don't.
Oh, don't.
But that's why these are so important to me to do this, because I get to speak and meet amazing people and get to share their stories because I feel that. And that's why I created this, because I think the world needs to just listen to what we do every day, grit and grind.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's almost like a Big Brother moment because I just think it's fascinating talking to you. We've had the most open conversations, like about everything. But listen, people, just listen to this. Listen to her. So buckle up because today's guest is not just a long-standing patient, but one of my absolute best friends. She is a real life queen, a stunning mixed race beauty who lights up every room the minute that you walk into it. You speak from the heart. You bring energy on wild nights out to clinics on Tuesdays. Literally, you know, we met through patients, we met through skin, but we had a major bond through life, being sisters, like you name it. Not literally, but you know, that's what they say in the back will. Some of you might recognise Kim because she was on ITV's A Price of Perfection, where she featured having the perfect peel, which I watched again weirdly and like saw a clip of it come up and people messaging me going, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were on that. Who's Kim? Do you know?" I was like, "Yes."
Oh, really?
Yeah, unbelievable. It keeps popping up. You know, it's not like live stream. It's not like TV years ago. When you watch it at 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, you can watch it anytime.
You can watch it anytime. Like, so we still keep like getting feedback from it, which is mega. But I couldn't have chosen the first person that came to my mind when we knew we got it was you. There was nobody else going to do it. It was always going to be you because you are brave, elegant, articulate. Like, I haven't got enough words really for you. And I need you to know that because I know if I've ever said it to you.
Are you trying to make me right?
No, but genuinely, like it gives me the opportunity to write down how I feel. And I need to tell you because you don't know. And you've had a bit of a rough ride. So, you know, and you're still fucking smiling at the end. But, you know, I think the journey that you've had with pigmentation, self-confidence, motherhood is one that really deserves to be heard. And I'm so glad that you've wanted to come on and just be open and talk about it. But interestingly, everybody, this is a really interesting one. The one thing that we talked about last time was that you said to me, your face is the only face you never see, which I have that's never left me. I think about that on a regular basis because I've never thought about it.
Yeah, we've never actually seen our own face. We've seen the reflection.
Absolutely. We see it back to front. I say to my patients day in, day out, I see you in 3D, you see yourself in 2D.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh my God, my face is the only face I've never seen. That's so true.
It's a bizarre reality.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, I've got them. But we don't. We only ever see a reflection.
100%, which is just like blows my mind. So you're not only this powerhouse of a solo mama, but the most beautiful, funny,
Slightly unhinged.
slightly unhinged. Tell me I've got ADHD without telling me not getting it. Woman that I have ever met. So Kim, welcome to Barefaced Chat.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh.
Well, that's some introduction.
Well, it's absolutely true. And when I have any guest on, it gives me the opportunity to talk about them, unless they've pitched themselves. I don't know them. When it's a real connection, it's like really special. So thank you.
You are really special.
Oh, me too. Thank you. Anyway, let's move on before we start getting emotional. Coffee.
Is this wine?
I wish it was. That one is. That's a gin. Anyway, let's get to it, because I'm so glad that you decided to come on. Why did you come on?
I decided that, yes.
Yeah. I love that.
You know, go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You're such a natural people person, and you know you're very confident. And I know people can assume that I am at times, but actually, you know, I'm not.
Yeah.
So that feeling of I've kind of a bit exposed is kind of intimidating.
It is really intimidating
to me. However, it's good to be brave.
Yeah.
That sense of, I enjoyed that as an experience, and that was, you know.
Yeah.
And also, we don't talk. We talk enough,
but out there.
But out there, you know, we don't talk enough.
No, I agree. And I mean, I think that's a real kind of juxtaposition with what people see. You're stylish, you dress amazingly, like, you know, you're beautiful, you were shiny, you are so like meticulously dressed, beautifully dressed, and you take pride in that. But to think that you're not confident, because it took me, I was the same, and I still fight with that. And the only way to break that is to put yourself in situations and to grow.
Yeah, it's like learning. You know, when you love someone, your children, your family, your partner, you put so much into wanting the best for them and trying to love them. But do you pour that back into yourself?
Yeah, God, it's a real lesson, isn't it?
You know, like do you, or do you just kind of go through the motions of?
It's so true.
I think I've been very guilty of that.
Yeah, it's normal.
To kind of be like, to do something for you as now you're older, it's a bit like...
Yeah. I think there's an assumption, isn't there, about adult. When you turn adult, it's like, okay, now you're an adult, you know everything, off you go. You're
Get
fine.
your shit together. Have you not got your shit together yet?
Yeah. And it's like, hang on, I'm still 40 odd and I don't have my shit together.
And my head says I'm 19.
Yeah, you feel that every day. You think, God, I've got to take life seriously. When am I going to do it? So, you know, I totally I hear that. And I think that you and I bonded over that because we've been really vulnerable. And it's difficult as a woman, especially when you meet a woman later in your life, to be that vulnerable because you get judged. You know, going through school, bitchy, catty, like all of that.
Yeah, and I think as well that judgment, it comes from a lot from women.
And
that sense of, you know, do we put that on ourselves or is it out there? I don't know.
I think it's a bit of both because of the media as well.
Yeah.
So 100%, I think it's a bit of both. But we've had a very interesting start to our lives, you have. But let's bring it back to you and what we're going to be talking about today. I've got a few different topics I want to talk about because I think this is going to be just it. So when we first met and you decided to come to see me, was it for pigment? Was it for Botox? I can't remember why you came.
I think it was skin. It was definitely skin related.
Okay. And pigmentation's played a massive role in your daily life, my life. I know we did the perfect peel later on, but it's been a battle for you. Is it still a battle?
I think it'll always be a battle. I think it'll always be a battle. And I go through spells of being like, I'm going to be so good with this now and do the this step, this step, this step, this step, this.
Yeah.
And I give it, and then after a month, if I've not seen this instant,
100%. That's what we all do. It's
I'll
like,
try this other one that somebody else recommended. And, but colour, I saw colouring.
skin of colour. We have to make peace with pigmentation.
Yeah. Even little things, you know, anything.
Yeah. Marks on the body.
Marks on your body. But obviously your face is your...
Absolutely. Your money maker, baby.
Luckily for you, yours is very beautiful. But you know, but the thing is, if you do the pigmentation, it's a thing, and it's almost like when I look in the mirror, when my skin's particularly pigmented, I'm like, that's all I see.
Okay,
maybe there's a little bit of the hyperfocus kicking in as well. But it's all I see then. And then what I've been really guilty of, and we did this pre-peel, is cover up, more, and which then contributes to it being...
Do you think that when we wear makeup, and this is going a bit off piece, do you think when we wear makeup, we are hiding our identity? Because when you see yourself without makeup, you know, you feel like you look different. There's a different version of me that looks in the mirror without makeup.
There's a masking element to that. You know, you put your mask on, and I call it my war paint. I'm ready to take on the day. And every day is a bit like going to battle, you know. Some people have these breezy lives, and it's like, wow, what do you do? How do you pre-order that? Mine's just like smash, bang, car crash, you know. Oh, let me throw a heart attack in on you. And, oh, you know, this, bang. You know. I feel like everything's a day for fight for survival. So put my war mask on.
That
my
is
war paint.
Very true.
And I feel a bit braver and a bit more capable to kind of face the world like that.
There's an old lyric from, I think, one of the Beatles songs about taking his face out of the jar. I can't remember which one it was, but it's very true. You know, even back then, it's really symbolic of like what we do. We'd like put the face on and we go forward, and that is our ability. That's our shield in a way. And I think that's a huge moment for women to feel like empowered, not empowered. You know, with something so simple as just like, okay, I can go.
Ready.
But I wouldn't dream of sitting in this chair without my foot. Could you imagine you and I start?
No. When we filmed for
Price of Perfection.
The Price of Perfection.
That you did well.
I was so out of my comfort. One thing I didn't anticipate was like having such face-to-face chats on camera, barefaced. I was like...
Nobody told me that.
Nobody warned me about this part. I could have at least had some eyelashes on.
It's so true.
Just so I'd be lay there and just, you know, eyes closed and almost like identityless.
But no.
I'm sat with Olivia Atwood, this mega babe, in my kitchen, looking like I've been dug out of the ground. I think there's only, unfortunately, my postman that's seen me like that.
Nobody gets to see that. Now you're on national TV.
So
well done. I mean, round of applause, babe.
But at that point, I was in. It was, you know.
You were doing it.
It was happening. So I didn't even have a chance to kind of process and go, oh, hang on, guys, you know. It's all right if I just take a 5-minute break.
We're good. When we met then, and when we sort of talked through, so from pigmentation, skin, we did all that. Did you feel there was a difference coming to me than going to somebody else?
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, we've got a good relationship. Finding you was purposeful as well. You will understand my skin issues on a personal level. You know, so if I say to you, well, this pigmentation, it's making me feel like this, and how do I treat that? You know, you are invested in that as much as I am almost, because you can appreciate how much that can affect me. Whereas I think with somebody who doesn't suffer or hasn't experienced that, it's a bit more like, well, okay, that's just par for the core. So
you need the emotional connection almost, the empathetic part.
I definitely felt so much more secure knowing that you understood where I was coming from, how that would affect me, and the best course of treatment.
That's huge.
It is huge.
Because I think lots of people go to practitioners based on their credentials, sometimes their qualifications, but for me, it is more about that. Am I going to understand you? And
you go on that journey, don't you? You go on the journey. You want, even if someone came for Botox, you know, you would understand that, okay, you want to be done but not look done. You know,
it's very true.
Rather than freeze my forehead for the next 6 months.
True.
Is she happy with this?
Yeah, it's so true. I do that
Is this
every
the
time.
outcome you wanted?
Oh my God.
You helped me with the face. Whereas we're very, we're very expressive.
Yeah,
people.
absolutely. Yeah, we need a bit of that.
So
right?
you want to be, you want to still look like you.
Yeah. No, and that is the way I treat, and you know that. Are you comfortable talking about, because we'll segue into, because you're talking about feeling, what happened to you in the past?
Oh.
It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, we can go there.
We can go there. We don't have to name any names, but I think there's lots of parity between breakups.
Yeah.
We've been in, like you say, we've been in battle. We've been in the thick of it, in the trenches. You had some pretty big shit land in your lap overnight. And, you were left kind of navigating who you were, questioning your sanity, but still having to fight. How did you carry yourself through that? How did you wake up every day and think, okay, was it the kids? Was it your mental state? Was it having been through a breakup?
Motherhood.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly motherhood. 2 beautiful babies.
Yeah.
Absolutely motherhood. I don't think they gave me purpose, and every day that purpose was there. I don't think they know or will ever know how integral they were in my survival at that point.
Wow.
Don't make me get all emotional.
No, I'm as well.
But you had no choice when someone does that, behaves in that way, which is so without consideration for anybody else. You have no choice but to have to.
But it's really funny because I hear loads of people say this word, I have no choice. Everything you do is a choice.
It is. But if I behaved in the same way, my children wouldn't.
But you chose.
Yeah, I chose them.
You chose them. So when we, it's almost like you are not giving yourself credit, because I say you get up, you have no choice, you've got to do it. Your choice is that.
Yeah, I suppose you're absolutely right. Yeah,
this is your choice.
You could have said,
you could. And
I'm going to stay here.
Loads of people do.
Going to Waller.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. We see the demise of people that can't get out of bed, that can't breathe, that abuse drugs, that get very poorly mentally. They can't do it. And whatever pulled you up, the kids, motherhood, you, the strength, it was you. And that's what I think you forget. You did have a choice.
Yeah, I think you're right. When you say it like that, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you do. You do.
We whip ourselves because we think we don't have a choice.
We also, it's so instinctive.
Yeah.
To that maternal instinct is it's so integral inside us. It's like, But not everybody has that. No. Not everybody has that. As I found out.
Absolutely. 100%. God.
But what I do think now, if someone shows you that, you have to believe.
I mean, babe, we're talking in fact here.
Yeah.
I was divorced not with somebody that I didn't think was the person that I thought he was. You were with somebody that you thought was, the person you thought he wasn't the person he presented. It's a big awakening. Because
it's a shocker.
It's a shocker.
Of an awakening. And then, but one thing what I found very difficult was I found it difficult to think, how have I ignored all of this? How have I not seen all of this? How am I only now learning the real you? How did I not see all that before?
Yeah.
And that made me question my own decision making, my own. I almost got decision paralysis at that point. Because I was thinking, why can I trust myself to make the right decision? I clearly had done a really good job at getting it wrong.
Yeah. I get that.
I think it made me question a lot.
I can tell
internally, but that's running at the side of you keeping your children alive.
Yeah, you're firefighting, and you're at such odds. It's the weirdest. If you've not been through it, and if you've been lucky enough, or I feel like I'm lucky now to have been through it because it's taught me so much. Thank God, I think
you can't buy that lesson.
You cannot buy that lesson.
And some people never experienced a loss, and that's beautiful in one respect. But then in the other, there's so much growth yet to be done and had.
Absolutely.
Because you only grow like that when you've gone through something.
It's really weird, isn't it? Life that horrific. But when people talk about, I've been looking since, I've never been through, and that's great. And I think if you can do that and go through life, but when you've not been faced with the depths, when you've not been to the bottom,
bowels of hell,
of hell, and you've got to like claw your way back out.
And that survival it's not pretty.
It's not.
It's not pretty. You are literally, it's an ugly process.
Yeah, I completely agree. I couldn't agree more there. But look you are,
and look at the outcome.
Look where it's got you.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing me who you
are. Immediately, it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And we've said this.
Thank you for showing me who you are.
Yeah.
Because with me as well, I would easily look for the benefit of the doubt and this and that and the other. Maybe I can adjust here and adjust there. But I was working with an illusion.
God, that's really so
as opposed to the reality of it. And when you start to go, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. This is the reality. It changes how you view that then. Very, very true.
It's like a mirage, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it kind of disappears and you're like, oh, that's not what it was.
Or even like in those times when you're feeling sad and lonely, I was thinking, I should have had this. This is what I thought it was. This is what I thought I was going to get. This is what I thought that my future looked like. Again, that wasn't real. That was what I projected for myself, what I thought I was going to have. And these were the things that I was missing.
God,
that I felt sad about, what I thought I was going to have, what I thought that would look like.
So you're grieving the loss of what your life could have been in a way.
Yeah, but it wasn't the reality. It wasn't what I had. That wasn't what I had. Maybe the opportunity to have, but not what I actually had.
Do you know what just came into my mind? Like it's like a secret siren. This, like the sirens, like mermaids that show you and sing the music, and then actually when they lure you in, they're like a different thing. They're like the horrible. That's what it's like. You get sung the tune, and you get shown the face, and then you get lured in. You're like, oh,
what is this?
What? So yeah, no, I agree, and I think you've just like very eloquently talked about the reality of doing that, which is why I feel you're so wonderful and so adept at doing life, because you've had to deal with an awful lot. One of my favourite things that we talked about early on, which is what you said about your face is the only face that you'll never see. Let's just get into that a little bit more, because I think
that's a real thing, that though. If you have to just let that, and people are like, but it's true, isn't it?
100%. It's actually quite poetic in a way, isn't it? I think we should need to use it somewhere. But you also said to me that life was like a paint palette. Do you remember that? When we were in the pub, when we met in the pub,
yeah.
And you were like, you paint lots of different pictures and patterns, and it all mudges together, and you have to like undo that, and that is like it's so textured, it's so rich, it's the different colours, and you're having to face that painting every day, but it's changing, and you're putting on top of it, and you're putting on top of it, and you're washing it away.
It ends up sludgy, and
it ends up sludgy. That was what like stuck with me.
Yeah.
So good. If you had to see your life today as a paint palette, what would it look like? Is it sludgy? Is it not?
That's a really good question. I think I've definitely, it's not sludgy. But I think I've definitely still compartmentalising my colours at the moment.
Yeah.
And have yet to bring them together to create that beautiful picture.
Oh, I love that.
Was that a good answer? I feel like that might have been a good answer.
That was brilliant. Where did that come from?
I don't know. But it's actually quite true as well.
Yeah.
I think, okay, this is, and that's my focus there, and this, and I'm focused there. This, and I'll try to focus there.
Don't we?
So I still feel like I have that blank canvas. I have yet to create the picture on.
You're doing it.
But I'm definitely enjoying the journey. And it is all about the journey.
Isn't it?
You forget that, don't you? Think, oh, I need to get to here. I need to, or should be there by now. I should be there by now. Actually, in our haste and our tunnel vision on that, we forget that the journey is the most.
That is. It's the most
part.
It's the most exciting bit.
Most exciting part. And
because I think we define ourselves with, and I've always thought this when I was going through that horrible transition during the divorce, which was obviously many, many years earlier, you feel like that moment of today defines all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can never really see, because you haven't done the growth yet, you haven't done the change yet, you can't see the future. And it feels so visceral and so like, how am I going to get out of today? But you, like you say, if you just stop a minute and this is life.
Mm.
Like
enjoy. It's the simple things, isn't it? The little simple things like how rich are we that we get to put our children to bed in a nice, warm, safe home, and we are their world. They look at us like we are the superhero in their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rich.
I agree. I am grateful for every minute that I'm on this earth, genuinely, and that I get to be able to spend it with the people I choose to spend it with.
Yeah. And now, as you say, having gone through your own things, you've kind of, your circle becomes smaller.
Yeah.
But so much more valuable to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we can both appreciate.
Yeah. Oh, massively.
Especially if there's a wine involved.
Exactly. That's always a wine. We love a wine, don't we, babe?
Should we go for lunch and a glass of wine?
Every time. Can we?
Dinner and a glass of wine. Do you want to come to me or you? I should come to you. Well, are we going to have a glass of wine?
It's always wine. That's the best part.
There's got to be some form of coping mechanism in there.
Yes, always wine. Can we get a date in, please? Talking of wine. Okay, because that is coming up, actually. I do talk about our nights out. Don't know why I went there. So let's just talk a little bit about women that might be listening to this that will maybe understand where we're coming from in terms of skin of colour and how we sort of grew up, and did we find it harder, and what would you say to women listening that are younger, that are having troubles with their skin, that are maybe facing, do you think they are facing any racial issues? Do you think it's harder being a black woman?
Better than, when we were growing up, you'd go to you didn't go to the makeup counter, did you? You went and there was like 3 shades of white.
Yeah.
Ultra white.
Oh, yeah.
White. And a warmish white. And you're there like, well, I'll take the white one.
It's so true.
And I'll make it work.
The closest I remember finding in Woolies was tawny beige.
A tawny beige?
Remember tawny beige? Woolies.
But this is it. The choice wasn't there.
No.
Obviously, now the choice is much better. But I do think that understanding darker skin is a thing.
Yeah.
For women of colour.
100%.
How we react to the sun.
Oh, massive.
And even the whole, you're black, so you don't get sunburn.
Yeah. Oh, how long have we heard that?
That's a natural shit. That there's so many myths that are kind of dispelled now, aren't they?
100%. It's crazy though.
And I think there is a lot of choice.
I think there is.
There's the media side as well, isn't there? There's access to the knowledge. You do your podcast, you've got your Insta. There's a lot more available.
Absolutely.
When we were growing up,
there just wasn't.
There was nothing.
So obviously you've got a daughter and a son, but do they have any colour that would identify them as being mixed race?
I think the top and bottom is no.
Yeah.
Especially for Matilda. God love you, Matilda, but you are pale.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Matilda about skin colour and race, ethnicity when she was younger, and I said, that's our heritage and blah, blah, blah. It's in you, it's in me. And we were driving. I looked over and she's like, and she was like, but where is it? Where is it?
So true.
So very innocent. Whereas Hugo, slightly warmer, tans beautifully.
Yeah.
Again, you wouldn't associate him with I don't think you just think, oh, he's...
Yeah, Caucasian.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got to be something growing up though, right? For them, thinking about that.
Yeah, you would hope to pass on that like knowledge.
Yeah.
But I think it's I don't think that they would be profiled as much as
get you
as I've been in
the past.
Yourself.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think, it's interesting that we do have to sort of continue the conversation and, let our children know where, what, melting pot and all that and the struggles, so they do appreciate things. But equally, we don't want to stop being those, like, we were riding a penny farthing and like, like back in the day and all that kind of jazz. But it's important that they know where they came from, I think. And,
absolutely.
And how that shaped you today, because that's a huge conversation. It's a huge topic. So, I think they need to know that you're thriving, despite that. This is part of you. And now you are this like mama bear that's still like,
even, even my mum will do the same, feedback for her experiences from growing up, which are obviously, again, very different than mine.
Yeah.
And you hope to get to a point, don't you, in the world where none of it exists.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
But let's hope for a better world.
Let's hope for a better. But it is, there is always change. Some more positive than others. But I do think it's important that they understand. I do. I try to tell my boys every now and again, like, mention it. Obviously, it's probably a bit more obvious because I'm a bit darker. So, and they're much more pale. And I don't harp on about it. But I think whenever they do stuff at school, because being adopted as well, I don't have like the heritage even further back. So when it's like, look at Nanny, look at Granddad, it's a bit, then it sort of go, oh, okay, yeah, because you don't have that. But, it's a real melting pot and mixture of like heritages, I suppose. But I think it's just important that they know it forms part of you and that's what makes you who you are today. But also their skin can, like Matilda's skin and how she scars is very black. Yeah, yeah. So she has got that element. It's really important.
It's
why Hugo reacts, goes very dark in the sun.
Well, we look at the Fitzpatrick scale during treatment. So we will be looking at who your parents were to see how your skin behaves. So that's a really interesting point you just made.
Because on the surface, you wouldn't look and think, oh, if let's say Matilda had an injury and she needed stitching, or you wouldn't think, oh, we need to, or perhaps we should consult plastics because she's got a keloid scar. Yeah, you wouldn't on the surface.
No, you wouldn't know until she's.
So asking is all, being informed.
Massive, but she will need to know that when she goes, it goes into any treatment, surgery, anything like that. I am going to segue into Nights Out. So whenever we meet, we laugh, we go deep, we don't do anything on the surface. And that's what makes us like the bestest friends and the deepest of friends because we can.
Because it's, how are you? How are you?
Exactly.
And there is a difference.
There is a difference.
There is a huge difference.
Yes. And I think it's really important that we've got a
that
real
connection is what you allow me to be is safe, unapologetic, authentic, real, and heard, understood, but genuinely
Ditto.
With the best of intention.
Ditto.
And I hope I offer that back to you.
In spades.
With a bucket full of laughs along the way, because who doesn't have dark humour to
100%. The difference is as well, though, is that we listen. We lean in and we want to know how you're doing. Yeah. That's the difference. We've both got like ADHD. So when you switch off.
Neurospicy.
But we both kind of like you when you switch off. Like I feel it. But when I'm with my people, I'm like, no, but how are you? Yeah. So 100%. So one thing that I wanted to ask you about as well was because you are a successful woman in your own right, you've bought and sold houses and you still do that. How's that going right now? And what are your plans in the future for growth, development? So
I think where I am right now is I'm very, very, worked very hard to be secure and happy.
Yeah, okay.
And that's kind of the priority at the moment.
Yeah.
The
Which
focus is very much on the children and me more than work, which will come in time.
Of course.
I'm not hungry for that right now, but I know I will be. And I know in the background, I'm already making little moves and keeping my eye on this, keeping my eye on that. But my priority is not there right now.
And that's the right
I would
thing
love to sit here and go, yeah, this. But
yeah, but you don't need to.
But I'm also comfortable with where that is. Oh. You know, I'm comfortable that work isn't my priority right now.
What a breath of fresh air.
And I'm okay to say that. But I might not have been so comfortable to do that a few years ago.
Yeah.
I might have felt that made me lazy.
Right.
Oh, you're not grinding really hard.
Yeah.
Make me say you're being lazy.
We're allowed to take stock.
But you're allowed to prioritise what's important to you.
I've just listened to the most incredible podcast.
Okay.
This is a surgeon.
Is it one of yours?
It's not mine. It's not actually.
It was
amazing.
Last week.
Yeah. Have a listen. And this surgeon guy talks about having to prioritise himself. And he realised when his mum was poorly, he had to amputate school out of his life. He was like, I need to prioritise. So I need to get rid of something. That's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
I can educate myself at any time.
Yeah.
This guy now is a world-renowned, eminent cancer surgeon.
Wow.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Absolutely.
Because he prioritised and amputated what he realised he didn't need right at the moment. Mm. And you are doing the same thing. And more people need to take a leaf out of your book because they feel so like, you know, it's so ingrained in us that we have the...
Well, the expectation, we feel that expectation. You need to be an absolute full-time mum, but you need to be full-time at work and you need to be full-time cleaner at home. And you need to, you know...
Do you feel lucky that you get to not have to work? Because I don't know if some people listening would be like, well, how do you do that?
I've worked.
Yeah, I know.
So I think working into a position where you can have a bit of time off when you need to is obviously beneficial, but that's not because it's all been handed to you.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
You've worked your ass off.
Yeah. I mean, look, do you remember when we first met, we were at the Spire?
Yes, we were.
And look now.
Yeah. Okay.
Look how far you've come and you've worked, which, you know, if you needed to take a bit of time, you can, but not because you're relying on
true.
anything else. True. And that's something we should be proud of, something we should be able to celebrate, I think.
100%.
But work is very important. And I think it's very important that the kids see you.
Yeah.
See everybody, you know. If you want something, you have to. Yeah. You know, the expectation isn't that anything's given.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to earn it.
Absolutely right.
But it was a good question.
I think it's if people listening would want to know what you were doing. I want to get to that place. How do I get to be a Kim? How do I do that? But you've put the graft in. You've allowed yourself the time and space now, and you've just had meningitis. Can we just say this? She's just been recovered from meningitis. That was massive.
I know. I spent a long time in hospital with that, and that was that. Even that in itself, when you're in hospital, quarantined because of the meningitis, could only be. My mum could come to see me. She'd taken me. She'd been with me. My children, they'd been with me. But you can't, not my little boy though, because he'd be so young. But you have a lot of time then. Yeah. You have a lot of time, which is quite rare.
It is rare. I remember when I was poorly and the only thing you've got is time, right?
You know, you're wired up. You can't, so you lay there, you've got your thoughts. Had no phone signal, which is probably a blessing.
Absolutely. Off grid for a bit.
Restricted internet. You are left alone with your own thoughts and feelings. Also facing some quite serious health issues.
You can't do anything but go inside, can you?
No. So I think the priority is, obviously I'm buying this house now, so just in the process of we're completing next week.
Yay.
Luckily, luckily, everything's come together for that. So we've organised all the bits and bobs that need to go for that. So it's like, get that, provide that, we've done that, and then look at the next.
Then look at the next steps. Well, this is it. One thing that we tend to do at the end of every podcast is talk about what people ask in real-time questions, like Reddit style questions, which we love. But before we get there, I'm so glad that you've shared your story and you've given us a glimpse into you and what makes you tick and who you are, because I embrace it. I respect it. I love it. I never not want to know you. I want you to be in my life forever.
Well, you are stuck with me.
Yes. Best news today. You said the circle of friends was small. Are you happy with your circle of friends?
Yes, unequivocally.
Because I think if you ask some people, that you still have that feeling of like, I can't say no. It's a hard lesson to get into, but I'm the same. I am.
But even to be able to say, actually, I need to cancel these plans.
Yeah.
I'm not doing so well today.
Yeah.
I'm not this and that. This has come up. That's come up.
Yeah.
And that's safe.
Yeah.
And okay.
Yeah.
And you're supported in that decision.
Definitely.
And then those friends continue to check in with you.
Yeah.
How do you get on with that? Do
Yeah.
you need,
Yeah.
That's invaluable.
Of course it is.
That is invaluable. That's, you're rich.
Yeah.
In for it.
100%.
And you're supported, and you're not left to think, I've just cancelled plans.
Yeah.
And we've had these plans
we've all been there, right?
And you internalise it,
Yeah.
and you're ruminating on how you feel. To not have that,
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I think that's us going forwards, and that's how we will carry on, our relationship.
You definitely get to a point, don't you, where you're like, what I want is what's good, what feels good, what feels comfortable, you kind of stop saying, and I'll do, people used to say, Kim, can you, but what, I didn't even know what I was saying yes to.
Yeah.
Can I borrow a liver or a kidney? I didn't know what I was saying yes to.
Yeah.
But to stop doing, you're just giving yourself.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. Yes. So true. So true. That, oh my God, you just can you see why I love it? Can you see? Oh my God. So for people that will be listening in and the questions that they get asked based around what we've talked about, listen to a few of these questions and we'll try and see if we can digest them together. But has anyone else struggled with pigmentation and felt totally alone? What does single motherhood teach you about your own strength? Very interesting. How do you keep loving your face when the world hasn't always celebrated it? Which is really, because
that's a good
one. Isn't it? Because I remember on ITV when didn't you say that it was children? Like the kids would be like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
well, it wouldn't be really adults. The kids would be like,
"Oh." No adults, but children are like,
yeah. They're just like out of the mouth of babes, right? Yeah.
What is that? That.
I remember being on holiday and I got my bikini bottoms on and I was getting changed and Cole was like, "Oh my God, it's massive." Thank you.
They say what they see.
They
say what they say, and sometimes it's quite savage.
It's not a catchphrase.
When you're on the receiving end of it, isn't it? It's just not one bit of cushioning.
Just unfiltered, which is so beautiful about children.
What's that when you see them? You're like, oh, no.
Thank you. Your face is the only face that you'll never see. What's your metaphor for life right now? I look confident, but I'm crumbling inside. Anyone else? I think if people are asking these kind of questions, if they're asking these questions on Reddit, the people are thinking deep, but they're not hearing it. They're not getting the answers, but they're putting it out there into the universe.
Don't you think people are braver in what they say now?
Yeah.
We talk about vulnerability more.
Yeah.
Whereas, a few years ago, it was like weakness.
Yeah, definitely.
Almost like vultures.
Yeah. We've been given
would
permission.
Start circling.
Oh,
yeah,
God, it's the worst.
Whereas now it's okay to ask and it's okay to say, I'm not okay.
Yes, it is. And I think that's a really nice place to be in the world right now.
Yeah.
I still find it hard outwardly and I find sometimes it's slightly disingenuous on social. That's why I struggle with authenticity on social, because I'm like, I don't want anyone to see that side. I'm still like professional, me, but actually people want to see like the raw side of you. But now everybody's heard your story and how incredible you are. we'll do a part 2 because I think we've got more to talk about. Always. But thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
As much as I did. Because you were just spectacular.
I don't know about spectacular.
But you are. But please come back again, Kim. And everybody just thank me in celebrating this wonderful woman. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Love you. That's it for today's Barefaced Chat. Thank you so much for listening. If you've loved this conversation, make sure you follow, rate, and share. It really helps more people find us and join the conversation. I'll be back next week with another honest, unfiltered chat. Because skin isn't just skin. It's your story, and I'm here for it.